everybody. Thank you so much for being here at our CEO Insight series. My name is Catherine Harrington, the very proud president and CEO of the West Des Moines Chamber of Commerce, and I am here today with Scott Behn. Scott is president and CEO of Aureon. So thank you, Scott, for being here.
Well, thank you very much for the invite.
Thank you, Scott. This is great. We love Aureon. You've been in our community for many, many years. Thank you. You have a huge employee base, so we just really value you, your business. So tell us about Aureon. You have a really cool business, and I don't know if everybody knows about it, so I'm excited to tell everybody.
I would say that we're one of the best kept secrets in Iowa and perhaps even the Midwest. Our ownership is very unique. We are owned by over 100 independent telephone companies,
wow,
all located here in Iowa. With that ownership, we have 3 different operating divisions. We have a consulting division, we have contact center, and we have our technology division.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about those divisions and what they do.
Sure. So our contact center takes our phone calls, a contact center or a call center, and we answer phone calls, anything from help desk to even being a resource for a chocolate company based in San Francisco. If they have questions, you open the receipt, call this number if you have questions, and those calls come right here into Iowa.
Neat. So like we have many members, over 700 members, so if our members have a customer service need, they can call Aureon and you can help provide a solution.
Absolutely.
For them? Cool.
One of those best kept secrets. We're expanding. We're ready for more business. I can't say that 2 years ago we would have been in that position, but we certainly are now.
Nice. Tell us about your 2 other divisions too.
Sure. So we have a consulting division, and that will run anything specializing in projects in IT, anything from entry-level IT projects, all the way up to including data center transfers and even placement services of hiring a CIO for an opportunity, and anything in between, different positions that companies are looking for throughout the nation.
So that's really unique, because I know finding technology workers, CIOs is really hard nowadays. So
absolutely.
So how do you do that? That's really neat that you have that.
Our folks that are based right here in Des Moines have an amazing network of folks throughout the whole United States. So when we have an opportunity to place someone or a job becomes available, they start dialing and meeting up with all of their folks that they've known for years and years. In some cases, they're placing project managers, maybe a 3rd and 4th and 5th time. Some of our project managers have been with us for 20-some years.
Wow, that's a long time. That speaks volumes for
They do very well.
Yeah.
They do very well. They take care of their folks, and we take care of our folks as well.
Oh my gosh. So we have one more division that you haven't told us about. Okay.
We do. The largest division would be our technology division, and that really ranges anything from connectivity to all of our independent telephone companies throughout the state of Iowa. We have fiber going out to fiber optics, going all the way out into all of our telephone companies. And most of the telephone traffic then comes back into Iowa or back into Des Moines for long distance calls and things like that. We also offer high-speed internet and data services to those those independents, then they go out and sell to the residents. And most of our independent telephone companies already have fiber to the home, even in the most remote parts of Iowa.
So it sounds like your business is residential and commercial both, Scott?
In that side of it, we provide the services that our owners will sell to residential.
Gotcha.
We don't really have any residential customers.
Okay.
We have business customers. And so that's part of our group. And then we also service fiber to many of the cell towers throughout Iowa. So as you're driving around Iowa, there's probably about a 50% chance when you pick up your cell phone and make a cell phone coverage call, that call will come back through our fiber and then it gets connected throughout the United States.
No kidding.
Oh.
We're learning a lot of things here today.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
And then we also have a technology division or the technology group that will sell connectivity to businesses throughout our footprint. We have nearly 3,000 miles of fiber throughout the state of Iowa. So businesses could use our fiber for their connectivity. And it's all locally based.
Yeah.
So all of that money that would normally go out of state to out of state providers all stays right here in Iowa. We're
Oh.
Iowa based, Iowa born, Iowa bred.
We love to hear that. That's
We do too.
amazing. Now, how many employees do you have?
With
now,
all
Scott?
3 divisions,
Okay.
we're a little over 500.
Okay.
Any given day, if I remember this Monday, I get a report every Monday. This Monday was like 503.
Okay. Wow. Kudos to you. That's incredible.
It's a fun group to be part of. We also, on the technology side, we also provide data managed services. So businesses that want to have their firewalls and backups and things like that, we can provide that security so businesses can offload that and focus on their business instead of the security side of the internet.
Now, you recently expanded. You've got a neat office downtown, 616.
We do.
Tell us about that.
We do. The 616 data center, state-of-the-art data center, right here in Iowa. And unlike other data centers in the metro area, this one is designed for our needs, but it's also designed to be able to sell space and capacity to other businesses.
Okay.
So state-of-the-art, multiple sources of power, multiple backup generators,
Okay.
multiple entry points for fiber and in the building, exiting, and cages that are available for rent, lease, and all those type of things. And from there, we can get anywhere in the world.
So how many racks capability do you have?
Currently we have the whole second floor available.
Okay.
And our first floor, well, we occupy the vast majority of it.
Okay.
Those other spaces that we have available are quickly being leased.
Okay, good for you, good for you. So from a commercial perspective, what are the sizes of businesses that you most cater to? Or is
Okay.
it everybody? Yeah.
It really could be anyone
Okay.
and anyone and everyone.
Okay.
So people that are really, typically our typical customer has a need for the next level of security and internet uptime.
Okay.
So we measure our uptime internet, our internet uptime, if you will, at 99.995 is our standard.
Okay.
And that's what most of our customers get any given month. And we have an initiative at Aureon called 525-600. And that's how many minutes there are in a year.
Okay.
And we measure downtime and uptime by minutes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. So business, the speed, or business measured in minutes.
Yeah, I love the way you look at that. I mean, that's very, you know how many minutes in the year, and that's incredible.
Because it matters.
Yeah.
It matters to our customers.
Mhm.
So our typical customer is one that may have tried another provider, and now they're ready to go into the next level.
Yeah.
Looking for that uptime, looking for that security, looking for that support. And you know, at times, if they're looking to buy local or buy Iowa, we're the only natural choice.
So you mentioned the word security several times.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about cybersecurity and how you're working with that. Obviously, a lot of our member companies are really worried about cybersecurity nowadays. So
Absolutely.
talk a little bit about that for
Absolutely.
us.
So, you know, firewalls are so critical, and many times what we see in some businesses, they may buy a firewall or subscribe to a firewall internally, and maybe they have one of their IT people leave, and now they're left without patches and without updates and things like that. So our programs are typically designed to be able to make sure that those are happening automatic, regardless of what's happening in the office for that business. So if they lose some people, we can still provide that service automatically.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah.
So that's, I know it's a big concern to everybody, so that
And
sounds...
as well it should be.
Yeah.
It is for us.
Yeah, everybody. It's amazing. So tell us about Scott. So how long have you been at Aureon?
I've been at Aureon about 3.5 years.
Okay.
So still relatively new.
Yes, pandemic time frame,
Yeah,
right?
yes,
Okay,
yep.
yeah.
Yeah, shortly after joining, we went everybody remote. So it was.
Yeah.
I don't think I had a chance to meet every employee before
Wow.
we sent everybody home. And of course, that was a challenge.
Yeah.
One of the things that we did shortly before the pandemic, we increased our bandwidth to all of our telephone company
Okay.
members, owners. And we did that by design, not thinking the pandemic. But when we increased the bandwidth, that was just, there was a need. So we just automatically did that for our owners, and then everyone got sent home. So there was very few of our owners in 100 different operations, multiple school districts. There was very few of them that had bandwidth constrictions. As I mentioned, most of our owners already have fiber to the home, which I don't have, in West Des Moines at my condo.
Yeah.
But they do in rural Iowa. And we provide that backbone for them to get out to the rest of the world.
Which rural Iowa, it's so key for them to be connected,
Absolutely.
Just like any city would be. So
absolutely.
So that's huge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It really allows Iowa to continue to grow.
Yeah.
And we get to be part of that.
Oh my gosh. So what? Tell us a little bit about Aureon in the community. You've been very, very generous. You just we're our title sponsor and continue to be all year of our Best of the West Awards. So I know you do a lot in the community. And we really appreciate that. Tell us more about your community efforts.
Well, there's 2 programs I would love to be able to highlight.
Yeah.
We have the Aureon charity grant program that we send out between the charity grant program and the Iowa Development Area Development Group that we have the ripple effect in conjunction with the Iowa Area Development Agency. And between those 2, we've handed out or made available over $500,000 for grants within Iowa over the last 3 years. Just in 3 years, we've had available over $500,000.
And what have those grants gone to? That's a lot of money.
So the first one, which is the charity grant, if one of our phone companies, one of our owners has a project in town, or if their community is looking to start a daycare, they lost a daycare, now they want to re-energize, they can, the telephone company can apply for that grant with the local folks, and if they get selected, we'll match their grant.
Wow.
So from a startup, whether it's a grocery store, whether it's a incubator, technology incubator, or even playground equipment for rural Iowa and not so rural Iowa.
Yeah.
We have a lot of photos with big checks with folks that are excited to be able to get some grant money.
And it sounds like you're filling unique needs,
Very much
not
so.
just like one, sector, but a variety, which is so neat, Scott. That's
and
wonderful.
then on the other one, where you have the development side, in partnership with the Iowa Ripple Effect, that is another program that we contract with them to help look for opportunities for economic development within the state of Iowa. And they do grants, anything from studies of feasibility studies, business studies, attracting businesses to areas that maybe have gone vacant for a while and things like that. Anything from that to actually bringing business into communities.
Gosh, so you're doing a lot to help Iowa grow.
As I mentioned, I think we are probably one of the best kept secrets.
No kidding. No kidding. I learned so much today, and we've had, several of these conversations, but you've really told us a lot of new things, Scott. I mean, this is amazing. So
Iowa's a great place to do business. We find once we get people to visit, even for key roles that folks who have no intentions of ever moving to Iowa, if I can get them to visit, Central Iowa sells itself.
Yeah, it does, and it's the humans that are so kind and nice and generous and loving and caring that sells this area. So like you, I mean, look at how giving you are in your company. So it just, thank you.
We're very blessed.
That's amazing. Well, thank you, Scott, for being
Thank
here.
you.
This was amazing. I really appreciate all of Scott's information. If you want to learn more about Aureon, you can find them at aureon.com, probably.
Absolutely.
Help us spell Aureon.
Aureon. and it is a made-up name. So it's a made-up name just for us.
I love it. I love it. It's unique, it's beautiful, bold, and really a wonderful company giving back to the community and also doing great work for a lot of organizations. Thank you so much, Scott, for all of this incredible information. I really appreciate that you joined us today. Please tune in next time for our CEO Insights series. Go West!